Aside from the prophetic voice declaring destruction on the region, God speaks through the words of Vespasian, who famously spoke of the impossibility of destroying rebellion of the Jerusalem zealots without harming the citizens of the city, to which Gaza responds through the words of Rabbi Akiva, alternatively Rabbi Yosef, who wishes that somehow the people of Jerusalem could be saved. This midrash ends a little differently from the passage in Gittin. God is a bit more explicit with the sins of Israel's enemies, as found in Amos 1:9, concerning the capture of a number of people from Israel and the abrogation of a treaty. And to this, Gaza is silent. So let's read the midrash, okay? Let's read the midrash. 7 curses were cursed in Gaza. For 3 transgressions of Gaza I could forgive, but for 4 I will not revoke the decree. Amos 1:6. 1. Baldness has come upon Gaza. Jeremiah 47:5. 1. Gaza shall tremble violently. Zechariah 9:5. 1. I will send down fire upon the wall of Gaza. Amos 1:7. 1. And it shall devour its fortresses. Amos 1:7. 1. Kingship shall vanish from Gaza. Zechariah 9:5. 1. Indeed, Gaza shall be deserted. Zephaniah 2:4. 1. The Holy One said to Gaza, if I am a king, why didn't you come to me until now? Gaza replied, there are zealots among us who did not allow it. Right? It was Hamas, it's not us. The Holy One retorted, if there's a barrel of honey and a snake is wrapped around it, wouldn't one be willing to break the barrel in order to kill the snake? So kill the snake, break the barrel of honey. Like, what's the barrel of honey? Money from America? I don't know. Gaza replied, in such a case, we take tongs, remove the snake, and kill it, and thereby leave the barrel intact. So like, no, we're just going to kill the snake. The Holy One then said, because they handed over an entire population to Edom, ignoring the covenant of brotherhood. Is that talking about us giving over Jesus to Edom? Jesus and his entire peoples to Edom, ignoring the covenant of brotherhood? I don't know. We have to look at Amos 1:9. Okay. And Gaza was silent. Concerning them it was written, they are beguiled by the delusions after which their fathers walked. Okay? So, what else can we see about Gaza? "18 places where Gaza appears in Tanakh, okay? So the first apparently is in Genesis 10:19. Okay? Oh, he brings it for us right here. Right here, until Azza. Okay? Canaan begot Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Arkites, the Sinites, the Arvadites, the Zemarites, and the Hamathites. Afterwards, the clans of the Canaanites sprang out. The original Canaanite territory extended from Sidon as far as Gerar near Gaza, and as far as Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim near Lasha. Okay? Deuteronomy 2. The Avim, it previously inhabited Gaza, but the Kaftorim wiped them out and settled in their place. Joshua 10, Joshua conquered much of Israel, right up to but not including the Gaza borders. So even Joshua coming across Jordan, taking the Jordan River, crossing the Jordan River, taking a lot of Israel, he still didn't get Gaza. So Gaza, you see, has always been a point of contention. Joshua 11:22. Some Anakites remained in Gaza, although Joshua, Anak, what are those? Those were the giants, no? Although Joshua eradicated them from many other places. Gaza is still not part of the conquered Israel territory. Joshua 13, Gaza remained uncaptured even when Joshua was an older man. Joshua 15, Gaza is within Judah's promised borders. Judges 1, Judah is instructed to conquer the yet unconquered territory, including Gaza, and do so, although both Septuagint Judges and Josephus Antiquities say that Judah did not conquer Gaza. Judges 6, all Jewish sustenance is stolen ad bayacha Aza, implying that Jews are not living in Gaza anymore. Judges 16, Samson sleeps with a prostitute in Gaza while the inhabitants try to kill him unsuccessfully. Judges 16, Samson is captured, blinded, and taken to Gaza, 1 Samuel, 1 golden tribute is paid for Gaza for the crime of stealing the ark. They stole the ark. Pay 1 golden tribute. 1 King, Solomon controlled Gaza and maintained peace, implying that Jews still don't live there, but Solomon controls it. So Yoshua comes, he doesn't control it. Solomon does control it. Solomon, when he has the temple, does control it. Even if Jews don't live there, and he maintains peace. Kings 2, Ezekiel struck the Philistines up to and including Gaza. So Hezekiah, Chizkiyahu, he comes, he's the king, right? He comes and he strikes and he does conquer Gaza, including, okay. What's this? Okay, again, until Gaza, when Deuteronomy, Hashem spoke to me saying, you are now passing through the territory of Moab, through Ar, you will then be close to the Ammonites. Do not harass them or start a fight with them, for I will not give any part of the land of the Ammonites to you as possession. I have assigned it as a possession to the descendants of Lot, Abraham's nephew. It too is counted as Rephaim country. Rephaim was formerly inhabited by Rephaim, who the Ammonites call Zamzumim, a people great and numerous and as tall as the Anakites. So they were also like giants. Hashem wiped them out so that the Ammonites dispossessed them and settled in their place, as God did for the descendants of Esau who live in Seir, by wiping out the Horites before them so that they dispossessed them and settled in their place, as is still the case. So too with the Avim who dwelt in villages in the vicinity of Gaza. The Kaftorim who came from Crete wiped them out and settled in their place. Okay, Rashi also mentions Aza here somewhere. But the Avim who dwell in Hazerim, etc., the Avim are part of the Philistine people. Palestine, Philistine, Palestine. For they are enumerated together with them in the book of Joshua 13. As it is said, the 5 lords of the Philistines, the Gazathites, so the Gazas, and the Ashdothites, people from Ashdod, and the Ashkelonites from Ashkelon, and the Gitites, and the Ekronites, also the Avim. But because of the oath which Abraham had sworn to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, in Genesis 21, Israel would have been unable to take their land out of their possession. But so why do we have problems with Gaza? Why can we get it? Because it's like Avram made an oath with Avimelech, like, that his descendants, that's probably who these Plishtim, these Palestinians, who are they? At least even if they don't have the blood, maybe they do, maybe they don't, but at least spiritually, who are they? They're the Plishtim, the Palestinians. Who are they? They come from Avimelech, who Avram said, okay, I won't mess you guys up, So we can't take the land. But, says God, I brought the Kaftorites against them, and they destroyed them and dwelt in their stead. So someone else is coming and taking over the Palestinians. They're not real Palestinians. And now you're permitted to take that land from them, from the Kaftorite possession. They're not the real Palestinians. They're not the real Palestinians. Okay? More? Again, we have Ma'azah mentioned again here. Joshua and all Israel with him then turned back to Debir and attacked it. He captured it and its king and its towns. They put them to the sword and proscribed all the people in it. They let none escape, just as they had done to Hebron, as they had done to Libnah and its king. So they did to Debir and its king. Then Joshua conquered the whole country, the hill country, the Negev, the Shephelah, and the slopes, with all their kings. He let none escape, but prescribed everything that breathed, as the Eternal, the God of Israel, had commanded. Joshua conquered them from Kadesh Barnea to Gaza. Gaza keeps being brought up as a significant place of borders. All the land of Goshen and up to Gibeon. All those kings and their lands were conquered by Joshua at a single stroke, for the Eternal, the God of Israel, fought for Israel. Then Joshua with all Israel returned to camp at Gilgal. Gilgul, reincarnation, skull, something, rotation, something. What does Rashi say on this from Kadesh Barnea until Gaza? This refers to the south side of Eretz Yisrael going from east to west, but he did not conquer the entire boundary, leaving unconquered the area from Gaza to the Mediterranean Sea. This is what is stated below. This is the land that remained unconquered, the Gazaites and the Ashdodites. Ashdod is also near there. For the next few sources, bear in mind that there were 5 main Philistine cities: Ashdod, Ashkelon, Ekron, Gath, and Gaza. All are on the Mediterranean coast. Okay, can you read along the screen while I have a break from reading for a minute? I'll read with you. I'm just going to light my joint. We'll read together. You guys can read it out loud while I smoke. Right at the time Joshua went and wiped out Ammon, okay? So some Anakites, these are the giants, some remained in Gaza, Gath and Ashdod.